Hello, my name is Karen Alvarado. I have made this video because I have a friend that has just been informed that her baby is deaf. I would like to share the information that I know about assistive devices and equipment, education, ASL, and cochlear implants. I hope this information is helpful for anyone that has a deaf baby and needs information on these topics. There is many assistive devices and equipment available for deaf people. One of the most common devices are hearing aids. Hearing aids are basically a device that amplifies sound. Most deaf people can receive hearing aids for free with Medicaid assistance. Another device is a text telephone, a TTY. This is a website where you can fill out the application and apply and receive a TTY at no charge. Now, by law, most places have a TTY to make communication accessible to deaf people. There's also alarm clocks with flasher. Some may also have a vibrator. Another assistive device is a door beacon. This is very helpful because if someone is at the door, this beacon will flash indicating someone is there. A very important device available is a smoke detector. If you visit the website www.dars.state.texas.us/DHHS, you will find all the equipment available and also the applications and requirements to receive this device at no cost. The next topic that I want to share with you is education for the deaf. Once the parents are aware that their child is deaf, it is critical that parents decide which education route they would offer their child. For the most part, it usually depends on what types of education are available in the area. Some educational programs that are available are residential schools for the deaf schools for deaf students, public schools with self-contained classrooms, regular public education programs that educate deaf children using oral communication, cued speech. In some cases, some of this may be used together. In residential schools, the classes consist on deaf children only. Speech therapy, hearing training, and any assistance that they require is provided. All the workers, teachers, administrators, and all staff know sign language. Having this communication available makes students feel comfortable and grow in their culture and helps them become emotionally mature. Some people argue that being in a residential school with deaf people does not show a true reflection of the real world, and that they will miss out on life experiences like socializing with hearing people. Another downfall is the distance factor. Not all residential schools are near home, which means your child will come home for summers and holidays only. If you are interested or need more information on a residential school for the deaf, Texas School for the Deaf in Austin is a great school. The location is 11025 Congress Avenue, Austin, Texas. And the phone number is 512-462-5353. Another option are day schools. These are the same as residential schools, but without dormitories. And the staff is hearing. There's also public schools, which offer self-contained classrooms, inclusion, and mainstream. Inclusion means that a deaf child is placed in a regular classroom, and the classroom will accommodate to meet the child's needs. For instance, they will provide an interpreter. Mainstream means that the child will be in a self-contained classroom and throughout the day be taken to a regular class. For example, math or physical education. In the Houston area, Cypress Fairbank Independent School District serves deaf students. They have 2 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 1 high school. Also, Houston Independent District has Sutton Elementary, T.H. Rogers School, Barbara Jordan High School for careers, and there's Melinda Webb School, is an oral school for deaf children, receiving children from 18 months to 6 years at the Center of Hearing and Speech. Our next topic is very important. I will share some information about cochlear implants. The first step is to have an audiologist evaluate whether the loss is mild, moderate, severe, or profound. Children with mild hearing loss just require assisted devices such as hearing aids. Hard of hearing children are categorized as moderate to moderately severe hearing loss. These children use hearing as their first mode and use hearing aids. Children with severe hearing loss or profound hearing loss are recommended to have a cochlear implant. A cochlear implant is a device that includes an external package made up of a microphone and a speech processor. There's also an internal package of electrodes that are surgically implanted into a cochlea in the inner ear. It is designed to create a hearing sensation. This implant has its risks just like any other surgery. Here's a video that will help you understand better.
Understand the groundbreaking innovations of nucleus freedom. Let's look at how natural hearing and a cochlear implant system work. The ear consists of 3 sections: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. All 3 sections work together to deliver sound to the brain. In normal hearing, the outer ear picks up sound which it sends in waves down the ear canal to the eardrum. These sound waves cause the eardrum to vibrate. The vibrations cause the tiny hair cells inside the cochlea to move. The hair cells absorb the movement and change it into electric impulses, which are sent to the hearing nerve fibers and to the brain. This becomes sound. A cochlear implant helps people with severe to profound sensory neural hearing loss or nerve deafness. A cochlear implant has 2 parts: an internal part called the cochlear implant and an external part called a speech processor. The speech processor uses 2 small microphones to pick up sounds. It turns those sounds into signals and sends them to a transmitter. The transmitter sends the signals through the skin to the internal implant. The internal implant converts the coded signals into electrical energy and sends them to the electrode array. This stimulates the nerve fibers in the cochlea, and the signals are recognized by the brain as sound.
Today, more than 35,000 people have received a cochlear implant. A person with a cochlear implant does not hear the same sound we do. A cochlear implant doesn't mean that the child will fully understand spoken language. At times, a cochlear implant may just function to alert deaf people that there's certain noises around them. But for some people, just being able to hear the environment noises is a complete success. Patients with a cochlear implant must receive intensive training. There's many deaf people that are very happy with their cochlear implant and may attend oral schools like the Webster School in Houston. But in some cases, there's the deaf view of not needing to have a cochlear implant. Some deaf say that they do not need to be fixed and that they are very happy with being deaf and using ASL to communicate. This group of deaf people belong to the deaf community, a community with its own language, values, and beliefs. For more information and questions regarding a cochlear implants, you may call 800-241-1044. Our last topic is American Sign Language. Parents face the pressure of deciding how to communicate with their newborn child. Psycholinguistics consider language acquisition to be very important at an early age. The earlier the child is exposed to sign language, it will help with cognitive and linguistic development. Each educational program has different communication approaches. ASL is a developed language with a complex grammar and it has formal structure. ASL is done with the hands, arms, body, lip, face, eyebrows, head, and eyes. ASL is used in most schools and helps children communicate with friends and family. ASL brings deaf people close to the deaf community where they feel a sense of belonging. Being part of this community helps them learn and share life experiences to be able to cope with the hearing world. It is very important that as parents you find a way to make time and learn ASL to communicate with your child. There are several ways you can learn ASL. You can always take advantage of technology and learn ASL through different websites that will teach ASL for free. ASLpro.com is a great website, and if you go into HoustonDeafNetwork.com, there are always updates on sign language classes being offered in Houston, Texas. Well, I really hope that all this information has been a great help.